Reckless police can cause much harm on the road. But they can be deadly when they invade your home. This example of unbridled force from Chicago is from a newscast. Thanks NYC CBS 2 News. The Chicago police were sued by a black family who had their apartment home invaded. Chicago police officers were in foot pursuit and lost sight of their prey. In their confusion, they pursued him into the wrong apartment of the wrong apartment building.
Now the family whose home was entered is suing the department.
This all started with a 911 call 2 years ago. Police responded to two men fighting at a gas station, possibly armed. When they gave chase, the officers wound up in the wrong apartment building, allegedly with guns drawn on children and a 73-year-old grandfather.
Officer with the gun to my head, I thought it was kind of over.
What did you do when you saw the gun?
I was crying.
I called the police on the police because I don't know what's going on. You in my house, you won't tell me anything.
A lawsuit filed this week claims the officers never announced themselves as police. In his statement, the Chicago Police Department says it was a fluid situation.
The story here is not that officers made an error in the legitimate conduct of their jobs, which is debatable as to tortfeasance. What the real issue is the threat it poses to communities when police can't follow their inadequate training in de-escalation. Cops need to stop psyching themselves up. Especially in chase situations. Because it only results in reckless, violent cops. The willful recklessness is a mental entitlement bad cops cherish. They live to escalate the violence level until they excite themselves out of the sound mind that would normally tell a cop when it's time to calm down. Like a crackhead chasing a first hit feeling, that never comes. The officer is anticipating a threat will fulfill every paranoid fantasy, yet that never comes. Especially when it's obviously the wrong home. Cops are reinforcing very dangerous neural pathways with every rush of thrill. When a cop points his gun in the face of a little girl, it's traumatic. The child and parents are the target. I see only two possibilities of what he is thinking. Either he has entered into a paranoid delusional state and can't back down in a strange place, where anything living is a threat. All the cops go into a crowd psychosis. Or worse, they treat it like not just a crack house raid, but an act of war. Where the premises must be dominated with overwhelming force like Operation Desert Storm. Everybody in sight must be terrorized into submission. If they see themselves in error, they don't correct course and leave to find their culprit. No, they rely on their tactics to scare, shock and awe innocent people out of ever complaining. They don't leave until satisfied their asses have been covered this way. They will try to bluff their way out of it, or try to get you to verbally agree not to have a complaint about their little mistake. After all, it's so hard to be a cop these days, yada yada. It's all gaslighting word games. When confronted with this, all you really need to do is ignore the cop talk and repeat, "Get out," until all have gone.